Well, a little flathead. I've drifted out onto the sand and there's a few bait balls out here, so I thought, oh, let's see what's underneath, and there are a few arches. I'm sure this wasn't one of the arches, but he snaveled up the bait. Beautiful colours, aren't they? Little sand flathead, markings on the tail. And we'll put him back in. This little rod's just gone off. Oh, bent over. Gosh, it's a beautiful rod. Look at that. That end of the rod tip just bending over nice and easy. It's not a big fish. I'm hoping it's another snapper. They fight hard at any size. He's not pulling drag, so he's not an absolute monster. A little bit of drag then. Oh, he's not a bad fish, just undersized, but there, buddy. There we go. Not too bad at all. Beautiful looking fish. Gotta be careful, they've got lots of spikes and spines. Probably close to legal, this fish. We're just going to let him go. Look at the colours on him, beautiful pinks. Get that hook out, I'll be happy. Stop biting it. Oh, there we go. Not too bad, poor Pinky. Just his bigger brother would be pretty handy. Alrighty, on your way. This is how I'm rigging up, nice and light. Got a beautiful Shimano, got a squidgy rod, and one of these nice Socorro reels, a 6000, so plenty of line on here. I've got 20 pound braid, 20 pound fluorocarbon trace, actually 30 pound on this one, 30 pound fluorocarbon trace, a couple of hooks which I'm just sort of feeding through, one through the head and another one just back through body, so it's just going to float around like that. There's a whole pile of kelp just sitting out in here, and that's what the snapper love, so that's what I'm going to aim for. Just get a nice long cast out there. I'll put this rod up in the holder. I'm actually going to just flick her over, medium drag. Just enough drag to set the hooks, so really important. Not going over the top. I've also got this one here already out. This is the Tunners 4000, so you got the bait runner mode, which is fantastic. So you can see how easy that line pulls off there, and as soon as you switch it into gear, back onto the normal drag. Fantastic little setup, this one. It's out there over the kelp, and just got the old pillies, just a bag of pillies, just sort of on the small side, and perfect for a couple of hooks or a couple of gang hooks. The most important thing, you know, we all talk about you know what, rigs and baits and tackle that we use, but most important is fishing over the right territory. That is crucial. And snapper love kelp, so if it's inshore ground, say under 15 metres of water, kelp beds are a perfect spot to find some snapper. They'll go exploring over there, they can dig in and get all the crustaceans out of the kelp, and obviously bait also comes across the top and they can come and ambush the bait schools. I'm just sitting here on the edge of a reef. The reef tucks back into Cronulla Point, and so yeah, plenty of chances to catch a nice pinky or a red snapper up to maybe 3 kilo. Would probably rock and roll in around this area. And I'm hoping to get one, you know, yay big. as big as the bait board on the back would be pretty nice, but something sort of 60 centimetres long would be a real prize catch from here. And again, it's shallow water going off into sand and rubble out here, so you've got a whole lot of shell grit and bit of terrain out here that the snapper really like to go and find some easy food. And it's all about ease of food for most of the fish species. So wherever you think there's going to be a bait ball, or there's going to be excess amounts of easy food, after a big swell's often a perfect time to go fishing for snapper, because the swell bashes all the cungy and the barnacles and all of those little critters off the rocks, and it's pretty easy for these scavengers to cruise along. They're cool, the old snapper. They're very slow growing, and you're talking a snapper probably 4 years old before it's up around that 30 centimetre mark that it can sexually mature, so we can get some bubser out of that one. And then as you go bigger and bigger, 70 centimetre fish is probably up around, it could be 20, 25 years old. You're talking a fish this size. So, you've really got to look after your stocks. Keeping a nice one, say 50, 60 centimetres, which might be 5 to 6 years old, isn't a bad fish to keep. Got plenty of tucker there. And I'm just watching some other stuff over here. You've got a big gannet. There's obviously bait just on the edge, because he's going down looking at trying to dive down. So it's not a bad area at the moment. We've got some obviously fish bait over here, and we've got some kelp beds just down beside us. And now all we need is a snapper. Come on, snapper, bring it on. Snapper in there, straight over the kelp. That's fantastic stuff. My last hook up was a piece of kelp. I dragged it in, and look at that, beautiful hook up too, right in the corner of the mouth. Let's get the boaters on. And it's nice to catch fish like this off the Port Hacky, just off Cronulla. There we go. Not a bad fish. Been looking to chase them all morning. Got that hook right in the corner of the mouth there. We're in 13 metres of water, and generally around the edge of the reef. I've parked up on the reef and I'm casting off into the deeper water, but as I said, a big kelp bed running all the way around this section. So pretty happy with this fish. Oh yeah, aren't they pretty, eh? Look at the blue dots all on them. You've got just a big powerful fish there. Lots of teeth in there. And look at that hook up, absolutely perfect. 20-pound fluorocarbon trace. Yeah, mate, you are a nice fish. Very nice fish. Alright, shall I let you go? I've got one already prepared for cooking, so this guy here can go back, but that's a really nice fish. Hey, we're going to let this baby go. Thanks very much for the fight. Hope to see you again at some stage. See you, buddy. Yeah. Woohoo! Happy days. Well, that's a great ending to a beautiful day out here on the southern side of Sydney. Absolutely perfect. Anyway, time to get back, clean the fish, and and get her on the barbie. Well, it's a beautiful day out on the water, and here's my prized snapper. Beautiful fish. They're in such good health, just off the coast of New South Wales, and what a beauty, hey? So what I'm going to do, I've already cleaned it all inside. We've got no scales on. I'm going to put just 3 nice slashes across through here, nice cuts. I'm going to rub a little bit of oil in this, and I'll do 3 on the other side as well. Let's do those straight away. There we go. Okay, slice through here. And the meatier parts of it. All right, I'm going to drizzle a bit of oil in. I love my olive oil. And I'll just pour a little bit of olive oil across the top and massage it in. I'll do a little bit of olive oil in the belly and massage that in as well. Now, a very simple recipe, next to nothing, just some of the ingredient I've been able to pull together. So a little bit of basil. Now I'm going to push the basil down into here as well. A little bit of basil in the gut cavity. Bit of a basil fan. Smells beautiful. Flip the fish over and do the same on the other side. Okay. Now we've got some Himalayan salt. This is salt, garlic, pepper, and flip her over. Give her a good dousey. Ooh, looking good there. Slide her back. Alright, squirt of lemon. I love my lemon. A bit of zest. Oh yeah. Perfect. Alright. Now simply, hands with a wipe. I'll wrap this snapper up. I'm actually going to leave her wrapped up on this plate as well. Okay, just slide her in. Okay, there we go. All right, now I've got everything on low, and the temperature is going to rise pretty quickly, but I'll probably give it around the 30 minutes in here. I'll come and have a check, of course, along the way, but I reckon 30 minutes for that size fish should be fine. Clean up the mess and get the dinner plate ready. Right, time to have a look. And a bit of a poke before. So look in here. Oh yeah, that's looking good. That is looking real good. Yep, perfect. Still got the moisture there, that's just what I want. Cooked all the way through. Okay, wrap her up. In there on the table. I've also made some sweet potato fries, so cut all those up, put them in the oven inside. So it should be nice. So fish and chips, snapper and chips. Looking forward to it.